Hello, everybody, and welcome to our live program. This is Natasha, and I'm Kevin.
And this one's going slow. Okay.
Yeah.
So, guys, we wanted to hop on here again, and this is our third video that we've done since...
Fourth. This is the fourth.
Is it the fourth? Okay, it's the fourth. I'll believe you. But we're going to hop on here today and talk about relationships.
Talking about communication, talking about relationships, and what day are we on now? Is this day 16, 17? Where I think we're all kind of losing track of time, being confined into this house for however long it's been, and so we're losing track of time. But we thought we would speak to you about some strategies, some things to do to help you to keep sane through the challenge that is being quarantined.
And so this is specifically for couples and relationship. Hi, Tish. Hey. This one is specifically for couples because we just felt impressed that just under the circumstances, we're like together. We're here together. We're eating together. We're sleeping together. We're working together.
Yeah.
Everything is happening all under one roof.
And hopefully we haven't killed each other at this point.
Yeah, so hopefully.
Or gotten tired of each other.
Yeah, and so we just recognize the truth of the matter that depending on what stage your relationship's at, this may be a wonderful time for you, and we pray it
could
is.
be. Hopefully it is.
Yep. Or it may just be a really extra stress and extra challenge if there was some like underlying stuff in your relationship. So I'm not a relationship expert, but he is.
Well, I know a little bit, but I'm still learning as we go along. And so I thought the first thing we could talk about is communication. And obviously it's really important to communicate. Most of the times when couples come in and I ask them, so what do you think the challenges are? That oftentimes will say communication. And so actually, it seems like a lot of couples do have difficulty with expressing what's really on their mind and being honest about how they feel and what they're thinking about. So it's really important to almost, I think, when we're in a stressful situations like this, to over-communicate.
Okay, over-communicate, for sure.
Over-communicate and talk about that are going well and the things that are not going so well so that you can let your partner know. And certainly when we communicate, kindness is key, okay? And so being kind in your communication is really essential.
Hopefully you can be. And just ask for what you want, I guess.
Ask for what you want.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so what's
and
that
so
second
when
one?
we ask for what we want, sometimes we need space. So number 2 would be giving your partner some space.
Yeah.
And this may be easier for some than others. If you live in a small 400 square foot condo, and we used to live in a condo, it was 800 square feet, and there was not a lot of space to go anywhere, to hide anywhere, was there?
Nope. But you can create space, right? You could be sitting on a couch and have space. You could be at two ends of the couch and actually have space and just have quiet time and just not always be.
Yes.
And it's because you're together so much right now, you really need to create that healthy space and allow the other person to have their space, and also so that you can also ask for your space when we're talking about communicating and not being offended that the person is asking for some healthy space.
Yeah, it's really important, especially now when we are condensed, right? There's this closeness that a lot of people have right now, physical closeness, and so we want to be able to try and give as much space as possible to the rest of the people within the family so that we don't end up hurting each other.
Or killing each other.
Killing each other, right.
So the next one is keep it light. This kind of goes back to communication. So don't try to tackle big issues in your relationship right now.
No,
if you're
not a good time.
Quarantined and if you have no place to go, you probably don't want to try to deal with the heavy stuff right now. So keep it light is what Kevin says. So tell us what you mean by keep it light.
Well, I think about not just this situation, but even in vacation. Sometimes when couples go away, I say, so what do you want to get out of the vacation? And I would encourage them, don't try to fix your marital problems when you go on vacation or when you are in a situation like you're in quarantine and you're stuck in this, you're in the safe in the house with your partner. Don't try and fix the problems right then. I would say keep it light. Talk about fun things. Talk about things that you're thankful for. Try to be silly. Try to be playful as much as possible. Keep it light.
Yeah, or maybe talk about the projects that you got to put stuff on the honey-do list.
Yes, let's keep that honey-do list as short as possible, okay?
Okay.
Yes.
Well, sure.
Yes.
Okay, so this next one is for routine. So one of our first ones, we talked about routine. And I would say having your personal routine is very important. So there's your personal routine, then there's a couple's routine, and then family routine, kids routine. So there's all different routines. And so I think us having our personal routine is also very important.
Yes.
I like to start my day really early and have my shower and exercise. I'm an early bird, what can I say? But I like to have my exercise and actually like shower and get dressed and all those things. So it just puts me in a better frame of mind. So that routine is important for me to be able to function well, I feel, within our...
And if you have younger kids, certainly it would probably make sense to keep them on the same schedule as what they were having when they were in school. Getting them up as much as possible, getting them up and having their breakfast and doing some studies and then taking off and then going back at it. So having some breaks in between would be really important. I think what's really unique about our situation is having teenage girls in the house, and their routine seems to be sleeping, going to bed really late and then getting up really late, which in a funny kind of way is actually very good for us.
Yep, it's worked out really well. We can have lots of great internet access up until about 1 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yes.
Okay, so let's keep it going here.
Okay.
So we have get therapy. So
what do you mean by that, Natasha?
What do I mean by that? So what I mean is that we talked earlier just about don't tackle the big issues, but if there are, let's not kid ourselves, guys. Like we don't all have perfect, like no one has a perfect relationship. And if you do need help, and I'm going to put a plug in for Kevin and Bay Ridge Counseling. So with this quarantine, Kevin, we're very thankful for online and be able to help. Kevin's able to help couples and individuals with mental health and relationship counseling, all online and secure facilities. So get help, get therapy. That's all we got to say about that one, right?
And if not get therapy, at least talk to people that are helpful. And you probably know what I mean by this. There are some people that you talk to that will fuel the negativity, and there are some people that will be more positive and more helpful. So be very careful about the messages that you're putting in, and especially now, it's not like you're going to go out and you're going to go away on a girls' weekend to get away from the problem, right? That's just not an option right now. So you want to be able to stay in a positive state of mind and make sure that you're monitoring the types of messages and the types of advice that you are receiving.
Yep, you take the next one.
Okay. Oh, the next one is don't push for sex. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Well, the idea is that this is a very stressful time, and stress does affect sex. And sex is a healthy thing within a couple, a married couple's relationship, and we would certainly encourage that. But there are certainly going to be situations in which sex may logistically just not be possible, or even you may not feel like you're in the mood for it based on having some anxiety or some stressors or some things like that. So the point is, just be sensitive to your partner's needs right now. They may need sex in order to relax and feel better, or it may just end up being more of a source of tension. And so just talk about it. Like we talked about in the first one, communicate and be aware of your partner's physical needs, sexual needs, emotional needs.
Fantastic. And the very last one is focus on the little things.
The little things,
So
yes.
what does it mean by focus on the little things?
Well, the little things, today I got to get outside. I got to get outside and go for a walk and get the mail. Unfortunately, we didn't have any mail, but that probably means we didn't get any bills. So that is a little thing that I'm very thankful for.
Yep, I'm thankful for that too.
And yesterday when we went for a walk, or 2 days ago we went for a walk, do you remember all the birds that were singing? It was beautiful. I love the cardinals. We have some cardinals in our backyard. So it's taking some time to slow down and pay attention to the positive things, the little things. We're not going to solve the whole COVID-19 thing overnight, okay? And focusing on the big things can be really, really overwhelming. There's this saying, do you know how to eat an elephant?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
What's the answer?
One bite at a time.
One bite at a time, right? So it's the little bites that are going to get it done. So don't think about the whole big problem, because that can be really overwhelming.
Yeah, and I think there's lots of great things, like if you have little kids, just not having to do a morning rush out the door. I know when our kids were little, like mornings
That
were
was stressful time.
And so just being grateful for that, not having those rushes, or just being able to sit around a dinner table,
Yes.
make a meal, and actually sit down and enjoy a meal together without racing out the door to another activity. So those are examples of focusing on the little things. We know there's a lot going on, and there's a lot of worries, a lot of stress and anxiety.
Yeah.
But we do believe that when we focus on you go where you focus, right, guys? So if you're focusing on the negative and tons and tons of negative,
Yeah.
it's going to just keep steering you that way. So in focusing on gratitude and the positive things, that's where you're going to steer your mind and really have positive outcomes. So
Yes.
that's all we have.
We're gonna
and
wrap it up.
We just want to we just hope that just helps you a little bit in your relationship.
Yep, to stay focused on the right
Stay
path.
focused on the right path and focus on building healthy relationships that are lasting. So
Yes.
that's all I've got.
All right, you guys, we hope this was helpful, and we'll come back in a few days and do another live episode. But until then, peace out, stay safe, we love you, and have a great day.
Bye.
Bye.